Hi everyone, this is Christine and welcome to a plant chore video. I figured I'd take you along with me since I need to water my plants. I'll be away this upcoming week, so I'm just checking on my plants to see who needs water. Hopefully they don't dry out since I'll be back in a week, but let's see who can, I don't know, just get some water today so that hopefully the damage won't be too bad when I come back. So this is my watering bowl. Instead of having to go to the sink all the time, I'll bring the plants here into the bowl, water it with my watering can right here. And then actually, instead of going to the sink all the time to refill my watering can, I actually have these jugs of water prepared so I can just quickly go through. Sometimes I do a quick watering where just, water the plants where they are, but this time I think I'm gonna try to flush out some of the salt and whatever that may be at the bottom because I haven't done that in a while. So this is what we're looking at for right now. Wow, it looks like a lot on camera. So yeah, I know I watered this guy, this Epipremnum skeleton key, yesterday. I think the other day I did water this Micans. So let's see, I'm gonna check these plants at the top and these plants here, and then I'm gonna go further down. So I have this section first. I'm gonna do this table. Some of these plants are already watered and most are water propagations. So I ended up needing to actually reroot my entire Syngonium batik plant because I should have checked the roots beforehand. They were totally root bound, but unfortunately when I got to it, most of the roots were gray and they look dead, so I just cut it back. So let's see if they can reroot, and then I'll plant them back up. These succulents look like they've been watered, so they're good. Got some plants under here. Okay, and then after that I'll show you the next section. I'm thinking maybe I'll talk really quickly about some plants, but for the most part I'm just going to be watering them. So yeah, these look like they're good. They're still very moist inside. Hopefully they can last a week. This was a propagation that I did. It's kind of getting leggy because it's up at the top. There's not much light here, but it's okay. Let's check out this guy. This guy also seems to be damp. I'm wondering if I can just, okay, there is some water here, so maybe it'll be okay. We'll see. This is a philodendron moonshine. Let's see this guy over here. The place might look a little dark because there's some lamps that are not on timers and I'm not turning them on during the week. So I turned them off to see what the lighting situation would be like here and see if I should move any plants. This, I forget what kind of plant it is. I know it's definitely a propagation, so it might be one of the philodendrons that's like unknown over there. So let me just see. This one looks okay too. It's water. This one looks okay too. This is a philodendron Brazil that I propagated, and it's grown just from a single vine, all of this. one maybe some pruning. This is my philodendron lemon lime. This is from several cuttings. Oops, sorry, you can't see it. And the leaves are really cool when they come in. They come in like this orange color, or this one's like red orange, and then it'll turn orange like this, and it'll turn into green and lime green. So it's kind of cool. This one looks okay, but I think, oh yeah, see the roots. I think I'm gonna water this just so it has water to suck up, and then I'll leave it like that because the soil still looks pretty wet. So let's do that. Sorry, I crushed the leaf. There are a few dead leaves. Okay. Back. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean for this to be like a tour or anything, but I really just want to check up on these plants. I'm a little bit afraid of this guy simply because his soil looks like it's half dry. I think I just add a little bit of water here at the bottom so it does not rot the plant. And then just leave it alone. Okay. Okay, this guy looks like he can be watered. Actually, let me be right back. Okay, coming back now. Okay, just added some, put some pants on. Just in case, because I am wearing a dress, but it doesn't hurt since I'll be moving around. Alright, I'm going to just water this some more so that the water comes out at the bottom. Let's see who else. I'm gonna bring the saucer tray here. This euphorbia. Sorry, grab him. He's huge. I find that with the bowl and doing it right next to where they are, while, you know, going back and forth in the sink, you get a lot of exercise. This is way easier. I think eventually I might have to cut this because I'm not sure if you could see the stem is really thin here and it gets thicker up here and it's just leaning over. So we'll see. It just grows so much, I just don't want to cut it. All right, you know what? I'm going to just start pulling plants that need watering, and then I'll put everyone back. Okay. There, I do have a brandy Atom. Okay, it looks alright. Let's see. So I think this guy I might have to repot him. Alright, this one is a mix of, this is a Peperomia japonica, and this is a string of, is it Ace? Is that what it's called? Looks fine, but this does not fit. I'm just gonna water it since it is in terracotta. Is going down very slowly. This is a pretty cool plant. Maybe I can do a video of collections that I have. For example, I do have several string of things, like string of turtles, string of pearls, string of hearts. So maybe that would be interesting. Just talking about it, I don't know, but I kind of want to just do more project-based stuff, like things I need to get done. So at least for right now. Okay, this guy has some yellowing leaves. I'm not sure, I may have overwatered this guy. Yeah, his soil seems wet. I hope he's not like rotted in any way. I think I'm gonna have to water him just a little bit. Okay, just a little bit. For those who have a silver sword, is it hard to grow? Because this guy, I don't know. Do you have them in terracotta or in plastic pot? I feel like it's very tiny. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna put some plants back. Before we move on. I feel like I should add water down here just so it's not touching the soil, but I think the roots, kind of like the other philodendron lemon lime, they can just soak up the water. So let's try that. Okay, this one has some water here. I don't want to rot them. Maybe the roots will seek out for the water. Not quite sure. Still experimenting. Oh yeah, this peace lily definitely needs water. So this one, since there's like a little reservoir at the bottom, I'm just going to water it from the top. Okay. This one, let's see if it actually grows out anything. I think I watered these only a few days ago, so they're still kind of moist, the soil. Wow, this one's growing a lot. It's pretty, but it gets leggy. So, I mean, I'm glad I only have like one stem left, but yeah. We shall see. Let me get back. Right. This one. Yeah, this one's dancing. This one, when I was propagating it, it had thrip damage. Like, thrips are just so weird here. I mean, I'm very grateful because they seem to be very picky, and they mostly go after my monsteras. And it's not even every monstera, it's just like the monstera wow, I don't remember the name. Like the constellation and like the green form. Let me think about that real quick. Wow, I really can't remember. Well then, I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, I got these two. This Ficus Ruby. That's a cool leaf. Oh, the Monstera Deliciosas. There we go. Alright, so just go to water. This is a very sad Philodendron Grazielle. I used to have this big plant that I found at Lowe's, and it just hated my environment. Maybe it just needs a lot of high humidity. So this is what I saved, and I gave it to a friend to see if her place would be better, but nope, didn't work. So just gonna see, they're still alive, but just going to see what else I could do for it. This is my other silver sword. It's a little bigger, but still, I just don't really get this type. I don't know. Maybe it wants higher humidity too. But water him. Coleus definitely needs water. Just gonna give him a little bit more so that you can pull up the water from the bottom. This is I think I had other cuttings of this one, this Kong version, and then I totally forgot about them because they're on the opposite side of the prop table, and then all the water dried up, and then all the roots in them started drying up and rotting, and yeah, it was bad. So this is the only one I have left. So luckily they do grow really fast, so maybe I can hopefully regrow this one out. But this one's really nice because when it's in the sunlight or light a lot, this red part will expand more. It's really pretty, but yeah, it's a ongoing thing with this guy. Alright. Put this guy back. Okay, next shelf. Let's see. I moved these guys over, the ones that I got recently, because the table that they're on, the light is not on a timer, so I needed them to be in a place. Oh no. I see the root here. Looks like it might be rotted. But there's more roots here. Okay, so it should be good. Yeah, this one's like really, I cannot water it. I need to put in bright light so that soil dries out. Wow. This guy, same thing. Seems to be doing okay. There is a new leaf growing here, so that's good. Alright, let's see what I have here. I have this burgundy. Man, I watered them on, I think, Wednesday, and today's Sunday. So I really don't want to water them, but I won't be back until next Sunday, so yeah, maybe I'll just give a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay. Maybe this doesn't need so much water. Oop. This one. Oh, okay. This one is supposed to be a Mexicanum, Philodendron Mexicanum, but aren't the leaves, the underside, supposed to be red or something? This does not look like it's red. It's really green. I mean, look at this. The stem is green. Here's green and the other side is green. I mean, and then up here it's starting to turn red, and the stem and this part is turning red. But I don't know, I guess I'll just see if then later, if it matures, it actually turns red at the bottom. Maybe I just had a really juvenile form. I'm gonna water this guy a little bit too. I feel like it's still damp, but all right. For now, this guy looks okay. This is a spider plant, the fire flash. I actually grew these from seeds, so I'm very happy to see that they're growing out. I'm guessing it'll take a while for that orange color to show up, so all right, let's see my philodendron. What is this, white knight? I think it reverted, but it's okay. I still like it. Still one of my coolest plants. I mean, I think it's trying to retain some kind of irrigation, although it's not on the stem, so oh well. It happens. Okay. Plants will just do whatever they want to do. Alright, so this next plant is very interesting. This is, the seller sold it as a subhastatum, but this is definitely not a subhastatum. It's just no ID, and it's growing like crazy. It's kind of growing like burley marks. And for a period of time, I was gonna get rid of it, but I don't know. I kind of like how crazy it is, and it's pretty compact, so. So I just left it. What's crazy is this is the main leaf. You can see it's like the longest stem, and all of this came out of that stem. Yeah. Oh, sorry, maybe it was this leaf, this biggest one. That has, yeah, I think it was this one. I'm not sure. Maybe it had 2 of them. It's been a while. I think I may have gotten this 2 years ago, so it's definitely been a long time. Yeah. That one's that. Okay, let's see. What's next? Sea blue. Maybe we could use just a little bit. Because they always dry out. Okay, just a little bit. Just so the top is good. I'll do a full plant tour sometime in the future. Like I said, this is just you are just having all of you follow along with me as I water my plants. This guy could probably do just a little bit since it's still damp at the bottom. So pretty. Look at the leaves. The new ones have yellow and then they'll turn white. Or this cream color. Actually, down here it's white. So it's pretty cool. Oh, this one. Actually, the underside is pretty cool. Like that. Okay. Back. Okay, that's it for that shelf. So let me put everyone back. Where are you, white lights? You're up next to be put back. Here. I've heard people say not to have your plants touched, and I get it if you have pests, but when you have so many plants, it's kind of hard not to do that. I guess you just have to try and control it so there are no pests, but even then, that's kind of impossible, so just do whatever you can. Alright, let's see, what do I have here? Alright, this is a Scindapsus Moonlight. I can't figure this guy out either. This one's really hard. Sometimes it curls in and I can't tell if it's because it needs water or it got too much water. The soil does feel damp, so I'm gonna use that one. Oh, I really like this guy. This is on the plant farm on Etsy. They were selling this as like Scindapsus Argyrius wild, but they later said that it was just an Argyrius. But I don't know, I think it's kind of different than the Argyrius. Like just how each one, these silver markings are just, I don't know, just this way on every single one. I think it's different. Okay, hopefully I didn't overwater because I see the light green tips here starting to turn yellowish, so hopefully not. And it is pretty damn. This I water like every 2 weeks or something like that. But yeah, this one's pretty nice. Okay, let me move him out of the way. This guy just watered. It's a cute little fellow. Alright, this one. This is a philodendron pin cushion. I guess you could use a little bit of water. Just a little bit because I did water it earlier. I've never done something like this where I watered it and then because you know I won't be around, I just gave it a little bit more water so it could last a little bit longer. So let's see how it does. Hopefully I don't come back with a whole bunch of dead plants. I mean, although that would clear out a lot of space, right? But I would not want that to happen. All right, this is the philodendron I was talking about earlier that didn't have an ID. I have no idea what this is. No idea. I mean, kind of looks like some other philodendrons because it's like rounder, but not sure. I'll have to do some more research. Yeah. Okay. This one, I feel like I shouldn't water too much, but just make it a little bit. Okay. This one. This one is a Monstera standliana. I believe it has stable variegation. I think that's what I read or heard. So I'm hoping if I put it near the light, I get more variegation. Let's check out this one. This is the Aplysium silver. It's watered, so that's good. This is the... Oh no, did I not label these? Oh, I did not create labels for them. Alright, so this I think is it the Glory? No, that's Summer Glory. Splendid? I'll have to check. Okay, I think I used a little bit of water. It's getting a little dry. Okay. Right here. Oh, these Birkins, they're crazy, to be honest. I don't understand Birkins either. They just always revert on me. Every single one. And I give them the best light. They just still revert. Ah, well. This supposedly is a blushing philodendron. Just gonna water just a little bit. Yeah, it looks like a little tree with its 2 growth points here. Yeah. Okay. Some of these other plants I already watered, so I'm not gonna show them. Okay, this guy needs to turn. Let's see. Okay, there's this little guy. Trying to get it so they don't touch, but it's hard. Okay, did I have something else there? Yes. This guy. Let's see. I think you, or is it your cousin? I think it's your cousin. Other carnivorous plant needs to go on the shelf. I just watered him with the distilled water. This one's very interesting. I think it has another type of carnivorous plant here, so that's kind of interesting. Okay, so yeah, I forget what they're called, but I think that's another one that just like was growing in here, which is pretty cool. Currently I'm trying to research on how to what is it called, overwinter them. So basically taking them out and then putting in the fridge for the winter so they can rest. But but I'm still looking into that. This is such a cute new leaf. It's pretty cool. Alright, let's put you back here. Alright, I think that shelf is good. Let's put all these other ones back. This one's my favorite pitcher plant. It is so cute. Oh, you might be able to see. Can you see something here? See the black? I don't know if you can see it. Like there's a shadow here. So recently a fly was killed and I had it put in there. Yeah, it looks like it's just digesting in there. Wow, look at this picture. This one's so big. And then there's this one. So far I've been only able to get 3 pictures at a time. So there's a new one growing here. So hopefully it can have 4, but this is so cool. I recently went to a botanical garden over the summer and it was this large pitcher plant and it had so many pictures on it. It was like one like side by side. It was really cool. So we'll see what happens with this one. Alright, this Scindapsus can go back. Alright. Oh, and this, wait, did you go on a shelf or, no, I guess you're here. That's weird. Oh well, okay, here's the red heart philodendron. The bottom does seem moist and I'm afraid of rotting it because there was a leaf here and it just totally rotted off. Maybe because I overwatered it. I'm not sure. This one I still need to understand too, so I'm just gonna leave them here. This one is supposed to be Silvery Ann. But this one, yeah, this one died on me, and then I had to reroot it, so I put it back in here. I think it needs more sunlight to have the Silvery Ann tips where it's silver, but right now it's not showing that. So we'll just see. It's okay. Alright, let's look at this Silver Splash. This guy, he was doing fine. I had him hanging, and then I'm not sure, maybe his roots are just rotted. I might have to reroot him, but since I don't have time, I'm just gonna water him for now. Wow, this water is kind of cold. Just to give him something, and then we'll see when we come back. Okay. I've got, this is the Scindapsus argyrius. Yeah, I guess it kind of looks like that wild form. But I feel like these silver spots are just kind of all over, or this has like a definite pattern, right? And they're like, the leaves are elongated a little bit more, so I don't know, let me know what you think. Okay. Sorry, pitcher plant. Okay. Okay, this guy seems pretty, the soil still seems damp, so I don't need to water. Alright, this is a, should be an exotica. Yeah, this guy needs to be watered. Oh, there's actually water down there. Okay. Oop. Water. So this one looks like another one that I have that was sold to me as an exotica. This one, but I don't know if you can tell, but this looks like just silver on green, right? But here, it looks kind of like the splash, but not really, because it's like silver, but then there's like faint silver that even makes sense, like on the leaves. So I wonder if this is a different kind of exotica. There's this yellowing leaf that I'm gonna take off. So wow, the sky is pretty dry, so let's water him. This guy was also hanging, but my hanging container is not very big, so I had to take it off. I guess I can cut it and put it back in the pot so it's not all over the place, but I thought this was so cool when I was hanging. It just kept trying to defy gravity, so it made all these loops. That was pretty cool. Let's put it back. Okay. To refill. Sorry, I should probably not do that. This guy. Yeah, so it looks like there's definitely something wrong with this because these leaves are so curled in, and this plant was dried out too, but okay, hopefully its leaves don't curl in when I come back. But yeah, so you'll see it. This is the splash, and it just looks a little bit different. First of all, the leaves are smaller, and I don't know. And well, this one has more silver, but it looks like it has like a little bit more, or like different kinds of silver on it. Okay, so it should be good. Bottom back on. Not sure what's going on with that one, but I thought it was pretty cool when I saw in the pictures, so that's why I got it. Okay, it looks like this is another silverian. This one, I'm gonna get just a little bit. Okay. Yeah, this should be the mother plant actually. So you'll see the silver here. So that means that before this was just the cutting. Looks like I forgot. That's not good. Wow. Yeah, and this is the mother plant. Which is okay. It's not doing the greatest, but it's fine. Alright, let's put it here. Alright, that one's watered. Oh, I gotta put this guy back. Okay. So earlier this year, I think in May, I was doing an experiment. I guess I already watered these. With these, oh man, do you see it? The thrips. They just love the Monstera deliciosas for some reason. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wipe this one. Yup. Alright, let me be right back. lot of thrips. Wow, I did not see them earlier. They are so small. Actually, just leave them there for now. So earlier this year, I have another pile. I was doing an experiment with these monstera seeds, and I grew them out, and for the most part, most of them did grow out. I was trying to see if any of them had a variegated one because I saw some of the reviews that they did, and I believe one of them came out albino, but because it didn't have green on it, so it couldn't photosynthesize, it did unfortunately die back. But it's alright. So I have like a gajillion of these monstera seedlings, and unfortunately the thrips really like them. Okay, I do have some that did die, and they go after the new leaves, so which is unfortunate, but I do use the granules. That's what works for me. So so just put a little bit more. Okay, this one looks like it's watered. Let's see, this one I think I did water earlier too. Yep, this one's moist. This is interesting. This has like some weird stuff going on. This one, the soil, when I bought the soil, it had like the little like bacteria in it, like the little like circular stuff on it, like this. I don't know if you can see it. I should really switch out the soil. I'll do that when I come back. But I thought it was okay, and I put it in some plants, and then I don't know, the bacteria or something, the mold just kept like growing, and it just looked wrong. So then I put cinnamon on it to help. But this guy, because he had that, I didn't water him for a week, and I finally watered him the other day, so hopefully he's okay. This one I think is a red imperial. They didn't write it when I went to the nursery what it was, so that's my guess. All right, let's put him back. I have another little container of the monstera seedlings. They're just everywhere, so I have a lot. A lot. I think I bought like 50 seeds or something, just to see if there were any variegated ones. Alright, so I have this succulent cherry. I feel like I don't really understand succulents. Like, some succulents I do, but some other ones I don't. I'm just gonna take this. Oh, no. I always make a big mess, and I end up having to vacuum all the time. But maybe I can stick it back. I don't know. How does everyone just is able to put the leaf back in and then, you know, it starts growing? It never works for me. I don't know if I'm overwatering this, underwatering this. It's just so hard to know. like it seems damp, but I'm just gonna give it a little bit, just a little bit. Just a little. I don't know. These leaves are definitely gonna die because they just never work out like that. Really. It's okay. Okay. Let's see. Move. Alright, so I finished the section I showed you. I'm actually going to take this off. I don't know. Just show you. The next section is here. I'm running out of space for watering. Okay, let me put this here. Move this back. I'm gonna turn this like this. Ooh. Oh, how about this? Okay. Here we go. Let me throw out these dead leaves. So step on them. Okay, let's see. The next thing I have is this Florida Ghost. Okay. This one for a while had thrips, so I quarantined it for about a year. I just left them on the side and would water it there, but it didn't get a lot of light, so hopefully moving it now with under more light, it will show like the bright color, the light green that it usually comes out with, and then it'll turn dark green. Okay, can't move this plant, but okay, never mind. That one is good. I'm just actually gonna just a little bit. Okay, this one's good. Oh, so I do have two. I was just looking at my philodendron mayoi, and yeah, it looks like I do have two of those. So this is one of them. Let's see if it's, I guess I use some water just a little bit. This one, same thing. I think I'm gonna have to cut it somewhere in the future and let it root, because it's just this very long stem that, and all the leaves are at the top, so oops, sorry, getting into all of you. All right, this is a philodendron pedatum. I believe this is the one that actually brought in the thrips to my collection about 2 years ago, because I didn't know what thrips were that time, and I all of a sudden, after I brought this one in, at the time I was near the window, I had all of these little black bugs just crawling around all of the plants, and I had no idea what they were. And then slowly my plants started dying. Like the micans, it completely died back. Or just died. So I had to cut it node by node and actually grow it out. And that is what I have today. Those are all from node cuttings. And the thrips that we saw earlier, the white ones, I think they're the babies. So luckily I don't have any adult thrips. The granules really helped with that. But yeah, this plant, you know, just bringing in creatures into your house. Alright, put it back here. Just gonna check up on these other plants real quick. So usually in the end with this leftover water, I do pour it in a plant. I might pour it in like the golden pothos plant because, you know, they just grow like crazy and I don't think the salt buildup would really affect them, to be honest. So that's what I usually do. Here's a look at that party alternanthera plant. It has 2 new leaves growing and looks like they're all pink with some green on it, which is pretty nice. Alright, this guy is my peace lily. It's actually a sport variegated peace lily. I think you might be able to see it. There's like a slighter light green area right here, and I forget where else it has it, but yeah, I thought that was interesting. The next leaf unfortunately doesn't have it, so I don't think it carries through, but it wasn't too bad of a price, so I just got it. This guy does need a lot of water. I did water him a little bit the other day, so I'm just gonna give him a little bit more, just like it'll last a week. Okay, put it aside for now. Look at this. This is so cute. This is one of the Ficus altissimas, and it's growing a new leaf right here. Look at that. It's so cute. And this is the tortum. It did grow out this new leaf. This little baby leaf. So I can't wait to watch them grow. When they grow much bigger, then I'm gonna have to separate them. Alright, let's see. This is apparently a philodendron Bloody Mary. I'm just gonna give it a little bit of water too, because I did water these just like maybe 4 days ago, so just a little bit. Yeah, I'm not sure. Is it Bloody Mary? I don't know. I feel like a lot of these plants look similar. And at the time, I mean, I guess I still want to do it now, but I wanted to collect them all. So, yeah. This is a philodendron lemon lime that I had. It's several ones. I had a few that I got during the pandemic, and then I did get one from Costa Farms, like when I went to Lowe's. So I decided to just pot them all up here because it just got too much having them in separate containers. I do have 2 other ones in separate containers, but they're just like one stem or something like that, so they wouldn't fit in here. You'll see what I mean. Right, so this looks like it's still damp. I don't want to overwater it, so I'm just gonna leave it. I was thinking now, I guess I'll have to do another water with me next Sunday. So this plant is really special. This is a philodendron Birkin. Like I said, these, for some reason, these stripes don't stay on the new leaves. But this plant is really special because it's actually a variegated philodendron Birkin. I've only seen one on Etsy being sold, but other than that, I didn't see anyone really have this. But you can see here, I know these, for some reason, these leaves, they look a little sickly. I'm not sure if it's that soil I used that had like the bacteria growing on it, so it didn't do well, but I did change it out. So this one, when I went to Lowe's, I saw from a distance that it was a Birkin, but I also saw that it was different. So I was just amazed. This actually came with 3 or 4 cuttings, and I separated them to see if I can keep the variegation. Here's another one. But here, let me talk about this one first. So this one, I'm really happy because I thought it was reverting back to like a Rojo Congo, which this leaf looks like it's doing. But this new leaf actually is green and it retained the variegation. So that's pretty cool. It looks like a new leaf is growing out that is going to have the variegation too. So even though it doesn't have the Birkin thing here, and it's just like a green Congo, at least it's a variegated green Congo. So that's really exciting. This one, same thing. Look at this variegation. It's so pretty. Unfortunately, this one, it looks like it's losing its variegation. And this new leaf, can't tell if that's just the petiole. The new leaf might be reverting back to red. I can't tell right now. And the weird thing is the derps like this plant, so I had to put some of the granules in here. So that's why they look kind of beat up, the leaves. But yeah, like I'm saying earlier, for some reason it never retains like the Birkin stripes in all the Birkins that I've gotten. Here you can see a cool shot of that variegation here. Not the Birkin variegation, but the actual like mutation variegation. So, well, I guess the Birkin is mutation too, but this I think is the unstable kind of variegation. So it's really cool. And you see the white stripe here, but you don't see the white stripe really in these other ones. Maybe this one. But so I'm hoping if I give it more light, or in the future if I were to cut it, maybe it can retain it. But just trying to keep it alive for now. So for this one, this is a Philodendron Dark Lord. This one's interesting because, okay, first of all, it needs a lot of water. This is like, this is actually 2 plants in one. This long one produced, oh, you know what? Maybe this one produced this stem. I'm not quite sure. I don't quite remember now. Or maybe it was this big one. I think this big leaf created this stem right here. Sorry, I don't know if you can see that. This leaf created this stem. And, hold on. Before, when I was showing like this, yeah, okay. Make sure you guys can see it. And, but the weird thing is, these leaves are coming in green, right? I mean, until finally up here, it's starting to turn a little red. So maybe it's like the Mexicanum, or maybe the Mexicanum's like this, where the juvenile leaves come out green, and for some reason elongated for this Dark Lord, and then as it grows older, then it turns red. Because on this other side is my original Dark Lord, and it's red here. So I don't know what's going on. I did purchase another Dark Lord recently. I think I did show all of you. And that one looks a little bit different too. So I have no idea what's going on. I'm going to just let this little guy grow out. And we'll see what happens. Yeah, I have no idea. plants. What a mystery. And they look so different. Like the leaves are not pointy yet. Maybe it's just I need to wait. Okay. Alright, time to put all these plants back. The rest look like they're watered. Just in case it has thrips. Alright, here's one more. This is a philodendron crassinervium. I did cut it back because I think this also had some kind of pest on it. But for the longest time I had it at the top of my refrigerator and I don't think it liked that, and it grew leggy, so I had to cut it back. The original leaf was like huge. It was like maybe like this out. That it was huge. So hopefully I can get this one to grow as big. Alright, I got a few more plants in this section that I need to check on. This is my first subhastatum. I don't understand this. It was growing so nicely. I got it for Equagenera US. Same thing as the one that I recently got. I think like after you let it dry out once, it's just so unforgiving. It does not like that, and it'll just die on you. Because I think that's what happened with my recent one. It's not looking too happy. But this one does have new growth points. So yeah, and I'm keeping it in a dark a little bit, or darker area, so the soil can just to be a little bit more moist, so it doesn't really dry out too fast. This is a Prince of Orange that I also put in the corner. Maybe I should not do that because this is really pretty when it comes out. It's actually orange, not so like red like this, but yeah, this is nice. Alright, let's see. This philodendron black cardinal is good. Man, now I used to have this black cardinal on the ground. Oops, sorry. And this leaf is just messed up. I am thinking a mouse ate it. There was one day I just smelled something horrible. Just smelled like garbage somewhere. It was like back over there in that corner, and I just couldn't tell what it was. We threw out the garbage. It wasn't that. It was still there. And then one day we found a dead mouse underneath the power strip, and I'm thinking it must have ate one of my plants, one of the poisonous ones, and died, because otherwise it would have just like scurried back to where it came from, you know. And I am thinking now that it must have nibbled on this when it was coming out, because there's just so many holes here. This part is torn up. I'm wondering if it did. Also, this new leaf this recent leaf is also like beat up. It is a little dry, but I did give it water. So I'm wondering if that's the case. But I don't know, that's just a speculation. So we'll see. I did move it, so hopefully no mice gets to it. And this little guy, I think I will have to put it up here. Just for now. Let's see. Another type of plant I can't really figure out are aglaonemas. I feel like they like water, but then I don't know. Then they rot on me. I have to reroot them, so I don't know. Okay, I need to get more water. so I don't know. Never-ending battle. Okay, I have another one here. This one looks like it does need some water. And I have a bigger one here. Yes, it does need to be watered as well. There's a dead leaf here, so I'm gonna take it off. Oh, we need another. This is so big. Over. Okay. This one I'm surprised is still living because I don't know, I just still don't understand them. So yeah. Put this back here. Maybe it needs more sunlight, who knows. Alright, so for the rest of the plants, since that took a long time just to record, because I was also showing them, this is gonna need some water. I'm going to just film myself watering, and then that way to speed it up, because I do have a lot that I need to do. So let me just set this tripod up. Just I don't know, maybe here, there's some plants here need to be watered, so check up on these. And I'm actually going to do a time lapse, so I'll see you all when I'm done. Alright, that's about it. At the end, I kind of got a little tired, so I just did some quick watering. But yeah, hope you enjoyed that and you were able to get some watering done on your end or any other chores that you need to get done. And I'll definitely be making another video next week when we come back. I can check up on the plants and see how they did for the week. And but until then, I will actually have other videos for my other hobbies that I plan to post. If the Wi-Fi is not good there, then I will be posting them when I come back. So until then, have a good day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.